When thinking about how rare the Earth could be in the universe, and considering how many processes had to happen just right in order for life to thrive on Earth, at first I wouldn't consider our moon to be an irregularity that could have led to advanced life. But for one, without the moon we wouldn't have tides. The tidal force causes Earth and its water to bulge out on the side closest to the moon and the side furthest from the moon. But more importantly is the moon's effect on the angle of tilt on the Earth's spin on its axis relative to the plane of its orbit, which is called obliquity. Obliquity is responsible for the seasons and hasn't changed by more than 2 degrees from its current value of 23 degrees as far as we know. Think of it kind of like the wobble of a spinning top. The Earth's obliquity has remained pretty stable for hundreds of millions of years, and that's pretty much thanks to the moon. If the moon were smaller or further away, if Jupiter was closer or larger, or even if the Earth was closer or farther away from the sun, the moon's stabilizing effect wouldn't be quite as effective. And it's probably pretty rare for a terrestrial planet to have a moon this perfect. If we didn't have a stable obliquity, the Earth's surface temperature would vary widely. If we had icy poles and a warm equator one millennium, and an icy equator and warm poles the next, advanced life might not progress as it did. Also, the great impact of another Mars-sized body with Earth that led to the creation of the moon occurred at the perfect time in the Earth's formation. If the impact occurred at a later stage in the Earth's formation, the higher mass and gravity of the planet would not have allowed enough mass to be ejected to form a large moon. If the impact had occurred earlier, much of the debris would have been lost into space, and the resulting moon would have been too small to stabilize the obliquity of the Earth's spin axis. And if it didn't happen at all, the Earth probably would have retained too much water, carbon, and nitrogen, resulting in a runaway greenhouse effect and, of course, no moon. So having a moon at just the right size and distance made conditions just right for life to progress, but surprisingly, Jupiter also played a major role in our progression as well. Jupiter is 318 times more massive than Earth and has an enormous gravitational effect. Its gravitational interactions very effectively scatter bodies that approach it, and it has largely cleaned out stray bodies from a large volume of our solar system. On average, Earth is struck by a 10-kilometer body every 100 million years. If Jupiter didn't have such an immense gravitational pull, we'd likely be struck more frequently than every 100 million years. To put it simply, Jupiter is like Earth's superhero, basically, in that it gobbles up a lot of the stray bodies floating around the solar system, creating a more stable environment on Earth where life can flourish. But as we all know, with great power comes great responsibility, and some Jupiter-sized planets go evil. Their orbits can decay, pulling them inward toward their host star. And if this were to happen in our solar system, Jupiter would have likely eaten Earth. Luckily, this can only occur when a solar system is in its solar nebula phase, so we can all sleep sound knowing Jupiter is looking out for us.